our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just the perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, but again, away feels like it's been a freaking decade.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Social Beaches. I'm Carolyn Smith.
And I'm Kelly Bowling.
And we sell real estate here on the Space Coast and the Treasure Coast. So basically from Mims, I think, into Vero Beach. So anywhere along that coast, if you are interested in buying or selling real estate, please give us a call, 321-422-2160, or email us, hello@Coastal Estate Team. We would love to talk with you. So today we're talking about hurricane prep or lack thereof. Yes. Mostly lack thereof.
Pretty much. I feel like we get really relaxed about hurricanes the longer you live here. The first one will be scary.
Yes.
But then after that, you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad.
Right.
So we talk about all the things that, we're told that we need to have in our hurricane prep kits.
Hurricane prep kit.
Yes.
Kit.
A kit.
Yes.
I have a drawer in my kitchen that has some
you're better
things.
Than me.
It just has some things like, flashlights, which we use all the time. Or actually, they're the headlamps. My husband loves these headlamps.
Oh my gosh. You got to wear one of those.
I have one.
I wish you had one today. You could put
that would
it on.
be fun. Yes, it would be fun.
Maybe next time. Yeah.
I don't want to blind everybody out there with the LED light. And, I think I had like a wind-up radio that I bought off of Amazon.
I don't have one of those.
I've never used it in a hurricane, so I feel like it's unnecessary.
Yeah. I just got new lanterns. They had them at Costco, and I didn't realize how old my lanterns were because they were super old. And I'm like, these are really old. And I just was walking. Well, you're walking through Costco. You're like, oh, I have to have that.
Right.
But these, you can charge them, recharge them, or use batteries or whatever. But they're so bright, and they have different. And one of the settings is like a flashing red light. I'm like, what do? Put that out on your roof, like rescue me from the rooftop.
Yeah. My husband has like a solar charger that you can hook your phone into, so you can put it outside when it's sunny and hot after the storm. Charge your phone and things like that. But he used that for when he was like camping. So he didn't buy it specifically for hurricanes.
But that's still super cool.
So that's cool. But they'll tell you like you need to have all these things. Like everybody go get a lot of gas. So we have these giant, like they're racing fuel cans is what they are.
Yes, we have those too.
But my husband would be like, go and he's never here for that. So I would have to go to the gas station and fill these giant containers up with gas. And he's like, don't forget to pull out cash. I'm like, well, how much? He's like, a few $100s just in case. And I'm like, really? That much?
Yeah.
So we'd get that in case power's out and you can't access money or you can't swipe a card somewhere. Right. So I would do that, but it's usually like you'll get a leeway of a few days before a big storm is maybe coming.
It's coming, so you can run to Publix or the bank or whatever and pull some money out.
But I have shutters for my house, that we can put up, but we also have impact windows now, so we don't have to.
I have my whole master bedroom is not, I'm not supposed to call it a master bedroom. One day I'll learn.
Yeah,
primary, primary owner's suite. My primary owner's suite.
Yes.
Because we're going to be remodeling it. We haven't done the impact in there. And do I have shutters for that? No, of course not. I have nothing. So I'm out there with the drill and the plywood.
Houses where they didn't have shutters. There's so many homes beachside and mainland that don't have shutters.
Yes.
Sometimes people will put plywood up. I feel like that's a lot of work.
Well, plus you ruin your stucco.
Well, yeah.
You ruin your stucco. And so I've just asked, in fact, last night, I emailed the insurance agent. I'm like, would I get a discount? Because you max out your discounts for insurance. Would I get a discount if I just put shutters on that bedroom until I'm ready to do the remodel? Mm-hmm. So we'll see what they say, and maybe I'll just put some shutters up because shutters would be better than what I have now, which is nothing.
Yeah.
So, but it's good to have shutters. It's good to have extra batteries, some cash.
Cash is
Lanterns
always good.
are super important. The wind-up radio is supposed to be...
I feel like you could just go turn your car on and listen to the radio.
That's true.
If you really needed to. I don't know that... I just don't know. Because in all honesty, because of where we live on the barrier island, if it's going to be a big one or we're told it's going to be a big one, we're probably not going to stay.
And that's the whole question is when do you, because it'll say evacuate and people don't always evacuate.
They call it a mandatory evacuation on the island during certain storms. But really what that means, they're not knocking on doors and telling you to get out. What that means is the bridges are going to be shut down during the duration, or it's actually after the storm.
After the storm.
So they can make sure that they're structurally sound. But no emergency vehicles are going to traverse the bridge. Like if something were to happen to you and let's say your roof caves in because a tree and it lands on your foot and cuts your foot. Well, nobody's coming to save you because there's no hospital here on this island to take you to.
And no one's coming to get you.
No. So you're going to have to know first aid.
Yeah.
So, well, I'll be okay. Tommy can just administer.
Stitch you up.
No anesthesia. That would be bad. That'd be really bad.
That would be horrible.
I'd probably just pass out.
I always look and see, do I think my house will withstand the storm? Like, where do I think it is? And I don't remember which one it was. There was one that came like really close in recently. And then at the last minute, it was like, whoop, and it went back out. But that one, I was like, I don't think my house will still be standing. So we went to Orlando.
Yeah.
But normally I try and stay. Although one time I stayed home and I'm home. And then all of a sudden it's like, what's that noise? It was my roof being ripped off, and we could see it because we have impact windows, so we don't have shutters. We could see it flying into the front yard. Yes, so the roof is coming off, and then next thing you know, the water is coming through my can lights in the kitchen.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that was fun. So I do recommend that if they say evacuate.
It is scary. Like, we stayed through the last one, which was just a tropical storm, so it's just wind. There's rain, too, but it was just wind, and it wasn't even as powerful as, like, a hurricane would be. But the noise was so loud. I took a sleeping aid so that I didn't have to wake up and be anxious.
Sleeping aid?
Yes, sleep aid. So I could sleep through it and not have a panic attack all night.
When Andrew came through, when I was in South Florida, that thing was loud.
I'm sure.
That was like freight train loud.
Oh,
That's probably what tornadoes sound like. I don't know.
I've
Have you ever
heard
been through a
that.
tornado or a tornado?
Not directly, but when I was in Maryland, one hit a very close by town and came through. And we had just been, like, we were traveling home from, like, where my parents lived and where we lived.
Yeah.
And it's the town, like, right in the middle. It's where I worked at the time. And the guy that lived across the street from me, he was a deputy. And we got home and he goes, oh my God, the KFC is completely gone. I'm like, what? And he was like, in La Plata, it's gone. And I'm like, I just drove through there. Like, we just saw it.
Yeah.
And he was like, we got to go. There's like a tornado. I'm like, what? Yeah, it decimated the town. Like, took out a bunch of buildings. It'd been there forever. But with that comes growth and change. And it changed, like, it really changed the whole footprint of that little town. So,
could you hear it? Could you hear the?
No, we could see the storms and stuff. And, you know, it kind of crossed over another town. And, you know, some people had damage to their homes and things like that. But we didn't hear it where we were. And we were driving around like, you know. No big deal.
Kelly's driving around.
Just a springtime.
She's like a tornado. What do they call those? Tornado chasers?
Storm chasers.
Let's go that direction.
No, we were just trying to go home.
Look, it's a cow.
A lady on a bicycle.
Wizard of Oz.
I know, right? Yeah.
All right.
The other thing is so do you get a generator? Should you have a generator?
Yes.
I think you have to decide, like, how much money do you want to invest? Because you can get a whole home one. They're really expensive, thousands and thousands of dollars.
They sit permanently outside, and if you know anything about sitting outside where we are,
each side,
they're not going to last forever.
Hold up. So, and you don't use it all the time. So I feel like if you have a portable that you can store in your garage or a shed or something like that, and then, you know, maybe just when you hear there's one coming, just check it, make sure it's working, that you have fuel for it, and decide what appliances or items that you need to power the most. So we always keep like a window AC unit in our garage so that
smart.
we can
power
one of those.
That.
Well, we only have that because the AC died one year and it was going to be 2 weeks to get a part. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
We're not going to live without AC.
That would be good to have, though.
Yeah, it can be helpful because life without power sucks.
Yes, life without power sucks. But the most important to me is the refrigerators.
Yes.
Like if you have one in the garage, one in the house, get the refrigerators going. You can charge your phone.
Yeah.
You can run your fans.
Yeah, fans
You can
are
run
good.
your fans. So like the basics of life, you can run a toaster oven, a microwave, those
Lots
things.
of people barbecue when there's no power. So,
but you'll hear like it's like the sound of all the generators in the neighborhood, and then like the neighbors who don't have one, they'll run like the longest line of extension cords. So like we had our backyard neighbor like literally from
over the fence.
The fence coming to our generator.
I love that.
But it's good to have a little portable one. They jack up the price. Well, they're supposedly a law against that, but they're also hard to find. So, you know.
It can be when one's coming. Like, you'll see people posting, like, on Facebook. Like, I was just at the Lowe's at this shopping center, and they had 4 left, you know. So, you know, I think everybody, I feel like, gets really neighborly when one's coming, and people are helping each other put up their shutters. They're helping with, you know, I went and got sandbags. You can have some.
Yeah, sandbags.
That's not something I have to worry about at my house, but A lot of people do, and there'll be lines,
yeah.
lines and lines and lines for those. And it's a fill your own situation. Usually when you get there, it's like, here's your shovel, here's the bags.
Sometimes they'll give you the bag, but there's still like hours and hours wait to,
You're not supposed to go to the beach and take the sand. So don't do that.
Don't take the beach sand. It's illegal.
No. And then after the hurricane, when you, like if you did evacuate and you come home, you might still not have power. I noticed, I think it was after Matthew in 2016, we came home, didn't have power still. It was miserable. And then the power came back on at my house really quickly because I'm on like a main line, and all my neighbors in the backyard still didn't have power. So I'm like, well, I need to go replenish some of these things from my refrigerator. I'm going to go to Publix. I heard they were open, and I get there and everybody I know is in this Publix. We all look rough. We all look terrible. Nobody has showered. Nobody has had time to like wash clothes, put makeup on, do their hair, nothing. We all look rough.
Yeah.
And of course that's when you see everybody you know, but they're having a party at Publix because the AC is working at Publix.
Yes.
You know, they've got food. They're just hanging out.
They have beer.
They're hanging out.
Yeah, Publix. Yeah, when we were in South Florida for a little while, we had a big storm down there, and we were like, we didn't have power for, it was over 2 weeks. But
my God.
After a few days, we're like, we have to get out of here. Like, it was horrible. So the kids were little. We went to Disney World.
Oh, smart.
And we're walking around Disney World, and we're seeing everyone we know.
Because everybody's
at Disney World because all their hotels had power. Yeah,
you know, schools are closed, work's
closed. Yeah, you can't do anything.
It's like our snow day.
Yeah,
we don't get snow days, so we get hurricane days.
We went and did that. So.
I remember the year that I moved to Florida, and it wasn't a hurricane; it was Tropical Storm Faye. It was just a system that hung out. This was in 2008. Rain for days, floods everywhere.
It was horrible.
It was really bad, but it was like their first week of school, and they had shut down the whole week.
No, that was school. Like 2006.
It was 2008.
2008. Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, lots of that. Because I think, and then we didn't have anything else that I experienced, I think, until 2016. So it's not all bad. You don't have this stuff every year.
No.
And I know climate change is real, and it could potentially, We
believe in climate change.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Kelly and I are believers.
We felt it. It's been hot as Hades out there. I don't know. My husband has some friends who are visiting here from Idaho.
Terrible.
And he was like, we're trying to see if, the weather is tolerable. And I said, well, you picked the right time. He goes, really? And I was like, well, if you can survive it right now, you can survive it all year. I mean,
I don't know how people go to the beach. I'm like, there has been, been like no breeze and it's so hot. And what's weird is it's warm in the morning. It is warm, like right away in the morning.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised at like 6 o'clock at night how hot it still is.
Well, even still at 8 o'clock, even after the sun is kind of
so hot. Yeah.
You go outside and instantly everything fogs up. Your glasses, your sunglasses. It's
supposed to be cooler, I think, this week.
Yeah, cooler.
Remember, y'all are a little bit behind when we record this. It's only going to be in
the low 90s instead of the hundreds.
It was. So I moved my daughter into her dorm, and they were like, it's 116 feels like temp. It was 106 or 107 actual temp. 116 feels like temp. And I'm telling you, it was brutal.
That is definitely a sweat in the butt crack moment.
It was so brutal.
Sure.
I was like, this is not good.
Yeah. And, why can't hurricane season be in January and February, please?
Yes.
When it's not so hot. Because this is what happens. You lose power, which means you have no AC.
Yes.
So...
that's the benefit of a whole home generator. But otherwise, I mean, they're so expensive. They cycle on. But the problem is just like an AC system, that it's going to get destroyed by the elements.
Yeah.
So we
priced one out last year, and it was...
How much was it? 25,000?
It was like around 20 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I see it as a good investment potentially. But then it's like when you live up north, the minute you buy a snowblower, you don't have snow for 6 years.
Right. That's the thing. Like, what if you buy it and then it dies and you didn't have, I mean, that sounds horrible because you should thank your lucky stars that there was no hurricane.
It's like going into the store when you see the clouds and taking your umbrella. If you take your umbrella, it's not going to rain.
It's not going to rain.
But if you don't, it's definitely going to rain.
Right.
So
that's right.
Being prepared.
Yeah. We say prep for the hurricane. Don't go crazy.
Yeah.
Don't make yourself nuts. Yeah, but prep for the hurricane. Make sure you have batteries, flashlights, those kinds of things. Yeah. And just, if they tell you to get out and you're nervous, get out.
Yeah.
They run specials at the hotels. You can go to Orlando, have a little hurricane party with.
And they're really lax with your pets. Like, don't leave your pets at home. Take them with you.
Oh, yeah.
They're your family.
Do not leave your pets at home.
Yeah. We always take our animals with us. And even hotels that maybe had, like, no pet policies.
They allow the
They'll
pets.
let you come and evacuate with your pets usually.
Yeah.
So.
And then the ones that don't have, like, outdoor area, they'll do, like, little pet pads, like fake grass or something.
Yeah. It's like, it's fine. We've done it a few times. And I think the last time we did an Airbnb because we just wanted to be comfortable.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah. But we booked well. Like, we saw it come in and then we're like, let's just go ahead and book that.
Oh, see, that was smart. Yeah. Last time we were in a hotel, like on the 3rd floor, and we took as many. Oh, and there's something with your freezer. You're supposed to like freeze a glass of water and put a penny on top.
So that you can see if you lost power. Because when you get back, if power went out long enough to like thaw your food, but not, and then it came back on before you came back home, you still got to throw
the
everything
pennies
out.
At the bottom. So like if the penny sunk and it's not sitting on top of the water or on top of the frozen, because if it refroze, you wouldn't know if your food's good or not. But if the penny is no longer sitting on top, that means that,
usually we're throwing everything away, which sucks. So
yeah, it does suck. But you don't want to take a risk to eat bad food. Don't eat bad food.
No, don't do that.
Yeah. So I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think that's it too.
Okay. So let us know if you have hurricane questions. We are the experts.
We've been through a few.
We've been through a few. And again, reach out if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Sunny days, no clouds in the sky.